So really quickly, I wanted to go over some questions answered by the Larian team during a recent AMA on Reddit that took place on the 12th of March. So let's dive in. One Reddit user asks, will there be any connection between the story of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Baldur's Gate 3? Sven answers, we really don't want to spoil anything, but we wouldn't call it Baldur's Gate 3 if there weren't any links. Let me just say that we touch upon the story of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 in meaningful ways. There are returning characters, and what happened in Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 and Throne of Bhaal leads to what happens in Baldur's Gate 3. You won't necessarily see that at the start of the adventure, but you'll quickly understand once you get further into the game. Another user asks, are there plans to make custom characters feel as unique as the origin ones? If so, what can you tell us about them? Adam from Larian says, custom characters are hugely important to us, and when you choose your class, race, and background, you'll already have made choices that have an impact throughout the game, both in terms of what you can do, how you're perceived, and what you know. But just as in tabletop, it's what you do after character creation and how you choose to roleplay that character that will make your adventure and character unique. In many ways, they're more unique because you made them. The world and the characters that populate it, whether companions, NPCs, enemies, or potential allies, will remember and react to your actions and attitude. Custom characters are central to the arc of Baldur's Gate 3, and as your journey unfolds, you'll walk your own path, and when your story ends, you'll have determined your own fate, and the fate of many others. Another adventurer asks, for those unfamiliar with Baldur's Gate series, what would you say is the defining difference between the upcoming Baldur's Gate 3 and the Divinity series? Sven answers this one and says, the level of immersion. From the narrative to the depth of the systems and mechanics, we've never made a game before that brings you closer to its characters and offer more tools to the players to define the story the way you can in Baldur's Gate 3. This is really core, and the new version of our engine has allowed us to make huge leaps in every area of development. Not to mention, it's also using an entirely different rule set in an entirely different setting. Of course, and it's a lot darker, you can do some really terrible things. Now here's a question that was asked that I think gives away a little bit too much for Larian. One user says, hi there, and thanks for the AMA. I wanted to focus my questions on gameplay. First they ask, can you say anything about the level cap? And then Nick from Larian says, we're planning to cover levels 1 through 10 at full release. Now to me, in Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition, max level is 20. So if they are only going to cover 1 through 10 in full release, there has to be something after that. Did they unintentionally just announce that, hey, there is going to be DLC for this game? Because you cannot stop at 10. Most of the cool abilities happen after that. Everyone wants to hit level 20 so that their character can feel awesome. So to me, this is saying, hey, there's DLC. Okay, just to wrap up, will there be romances? So yes, there will be romances. Like in real life, it's best to discover yourself how they work. Thank you so much for listening. Again, these are just some quick answers that they covered in the AMA. There's tons over there that you can cover, but these were some of the most important things and maybe the things that revealed a little bit too much. Again, like and subscribe, and we'll see you on the next 3 minutes.